wide open beaches of Australia's southwest are not only beautiful to look at, they can also produce some incredible fishing at times. Big powerful mulloway and jumbo-sized salmon are just a couple of the species typically encountered in this area. Sometimes just getting there can be half the fun.
Hi there, I'm Nick Hocking and welcome once again to the Fish On website. Today we'll be targeting Australian salmon down here in the beautiful southwest of Australia using a very cheeky little technique. It's called slide baiting. Come and take a look.
Slide baiting is a technique that was developed by South African anglers and is designed to carry baits a large distance out from turbulent surf breaks and rock platforms into clean open water. Firstly, cast a heavy grapnel sinker out just past your desired fishing area and allow it to settle onto the sea floor. A stopper clip is tied around 1 metre or so from the sinker, attaching the main line or shock leader to the sinker leader. The sinker leader can be made lighter than the main line so it may break free if snagged during battle, although this method is generally more commonly used when slide baiting from rock platforms. Then, simply place your rod into a secure holder, keeping the main line reasonably tight to the sinker. The actual slide bait clip and rig are fairly simple to set up. All you need to do is snell 2 appropriately sized hooks around 2 to 3 inches apart, leaving about 1 foot of leader free. Tie the end of the leader to the swivel at the end of the slide bait clip and you're in business. All dead and live baits can be used in conjunction with this method. Today I'll be using the good old back-to-back pilchard technique. Simply place the first hook through the neck of the bait and out through a solid part of the head, being sure to leave plenty of hook exposure. The second hook is then placed through the rear quarter of both the baits. Bait cotton is then used to wrap the baits, locking them securely together with a few half hitches at the end to prevent it all unravelling. The ingenious and gentle action of the slide bait process allows anglers to deliver large dead or live baits a considerable distance out from shore without damaging or killing the bait during the cast. To launch the bait, simply feed line from the reel so you can lay your rod back and grab hold of the main line. The line should now be at 45 degrees from the rod tip out to the sinker. Attach the slide bait clip and bait by clipping the line into the clip like so. Now simply let the clip go and wind your line tight to the sinker, which should be now securely fixed into the sea floor. Shaking the rod tip helps send the bait out through turbulent shore breaks and into clean fishable water. Try not to let the line go slack during the slide, as this will more often than not cause the clip to tangle and not reach the stopper clip near the sinker. Once the bait has disappeared out into the surf, simply place the rod back into the holder and back the reel's drag off so there's enough pressure to set the hook, yet still allow the fish to pull line if necessary. don't generally have to wait too long for fish in a spot like this, and before my bait even made it halfway out, I was on. This is a fairly powerful 30-pound low mount overhead outfit I'm using here, and as you can see, these big robust southwestern Australian salmon can really put up a decent account for themselves. Leaving some distance between you and the fish during landing allows for a certain amount of stretch being left in the line and could mean the difference between pulling a hook, busting off, or a successful capture. Australian salmon are considered by most to be more of a sport fish than a table fish, and are generally released upon capture to provide future anglers with the thrill of one day catching one themselves. No wonder this spot was firing, with a large fringing reef breaking up the swell and blanketing a large deep blue hole with white oxygenated foamy water. I don't think it could have looked much better, and the fish were sure here to play. I didn't have to wait long before my second bait was snaffled, and I was on again. As you can see, my mate Dave is a much better fisherman than a cameraman, but he's always kind and willing enough to stop fishing and lend a hand with some footage. Cheers again, mate. Most of the salmon we encountered during this season were between 5 and 7 kilos and kept us busy as we waited anxiously for the sun to dip in hope of a big mulloway. When a bait is taken before it reaches the stopper clip, the angler needs to wind frantically so the stopper clip and the slide bait clip can connect, resulting in a solid hookup. Another fish on, and it's not hard to see why when you consider how effective slide baiting can be. Drifting baits out with that a la natural presentation is sure to produce results no matter what neck of the woods you are from. The clips I am using here today are called unidirectional clips, and as their name suggests, they are designed to travel one way only, out. The beauty of these clips is that when a wave hits, they lock against the line, preventing them from being pushed back towards shore, Then they simply make their way out with the back surge of water pressure. Genius. The Richter brand of slide bait clips are in my opinion the best around and are made from top quality high tensile materials designed to last. Richter also produces a fantastic range of game clips and lures that are well worth checking out. For more details, visit richterlures.com.au. As the sun began to set, the fishing just got better and better. Dave decided to try for some tricky camera angles and nearly managed to get swept away. Lucky the camera's waterproof. And as the sun set, Dave and I fished on, catching plenty more salmon, but alas, no mulloway. Oh well, there's always next time.